This video is about a picture that reflects the Alpha Spirit of God and the training that led up to it. Now, first, let's kill the idea that it could possibly be something else. Let's consider superhuman, supernatural, Superman, right? Super martial arts, right? Now let's define this correctly. Supernatural, okay? What do we mean by supernatural? Well, there's nature. You know, you're kind of going through nature. You're like a scientist having a hike, okay? And you're kind of studying things. This is interesting, yes. And I'm going to note this down. Well, what is the difference between that and a martial artist going through nature looking to strike? Now let's think about it in terms of the top martial artist. Somebody who, after hundreds of thousands of years, rose up in this kind of extreme hunter spirit. Okay, this is beyond some kind of pre-human or some kind of primate. This is an extreme hunter spirit. They have a certain look in their eyes that reflects being very sharp. This is where we get the falcon eyes, the eyes of Horus, right? This is the leopard about to strike, a lion, a tiger, various animals that have this eye. Now, is it evil? Well, when you really think about it, the falcon killing this animal, right, is not really evil. Okay? He's hunting, he's trying to live. Okay? It creates a food chain and a certain balance, a certain natural balance in the world, a mayat, a divine order. So it's not evil for him to take on this look. Okay? When a lion is protecting his cubs from another predator and he takes on that look, is it evil? So now that we've established that this look is not evil, it is natural, and it really depends on your cause, right? Are you killing unnecessarily? Have you pinpointed that cause the same way you've pinpointed your hunting style? Okay. So in this picture, I'm basically in a black gi. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's my old Wing Lam Kung Fu training gi, or this is a gi that I wore for private lessons somewhere. Okay. It is faded. I probably wore it when I was about 15 or 16 years old. It's very old. Okay, and this is strange indeed. So I kind of do this kind of motion, right? And you can see my forearms. You can see this kind of like a surgeon who's done surgeries for 20 years or something, except for in a young man who's done martial art techniques. Okay, you see in the forearms the striking ability and the ability to shift the hand in different positions and strike. Right, he's striking like this, he's striking like this, and it's in the forearm. Right, I'm in reduced form. They fume me and drug me and so on. So right, bear with me. So part of my training was outside in nature, not inside. There was no kind of, modern punching bags and stuff as such. There was punching bags, but not as such. They're being weathered by nature. It's taken in the rain, it's taken in the dust and the dirt, and some kind of mold perhaps is forming. Okay. Now we see, the sticks. There's these sharp sticks that I've attached to a punching bag that I beat the fluff out of. It ripped open and the fluff made it useless. So it's just this blue bag. I'm going to put it at the end of this video after the picture. It's this blue bag just hanging. And there was long kind of broken sticks. And I purposely put them on eye level. So when they come in, I have to dodge. If I fail, I can have my eye poked out. Now what is the brain's response to this? Okay, it's triggering those warrior genes in me. I'm from a long line of martial art royal warriors from the Igbo tribe. Igbo backwards is Obi, meaning king, heart, hut, and temple. Kira Obi, black belt, a sign of rank. Okay, also interchangeable vowels is Abba, the father. This is the alpha source of humanity. Here comes this stick, block, block, strike, strike, strike. So I'm doing combos. Okay, I'm trying to strike as fast as I can before the bag flies away. Okay. This is no small training. This is a very serious training with a higher cause. I'm doing it in the Spirit of God, saying, I'm going to naturally set the world straight. They've ripped off my family. They've done my dad wrong. He gave away hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in free service to society. All these people are ripping him off. But first and foremost, all these people are dying, are being drugged. There's a bunch of Satanists taking over the world. You put everything in its proper context and all the struggles that me as an individual was facing in the name of God. I am who I am. What God said to Moses. Okay, you see what I'm saying? I'm thinking about all this is in my conscious and subconscious, and I'm releasing that righteous indignation. Block, block, block. So on and so forth. Okay, and what is occurring is this spirit is being refined. Okay, This is not a bunch of guys saying, fortune tellers saying, we are calling on this. No, 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 no. This is refining it as a hunter. Nimrod was a great hunter before the Lord. David versus Goliath, Joshua, Jericho. Jesus came to bring a sword, a sharp double-edged sword, sharpening the spirit, the sword of Scripture, the Word of God, the Spirit of God, the soul, the Son. Okay? So as I'm moving at light speed and God speed, not literally, so to speak, but in terms of synchronizing with God, my eyes reflect this. Now, what happens if someone like that puts on a black gi with the white inner, these parts, the cuffs or whatever, and the lighting is not that strong, and he goes like this as he's in a similar state? Like, think about it. Imagine somebody just swung at you with a sword. A lion just leaped at you and you dodged. Okay, what kind of look would you have? Imagine refining those moments over a long period of time. Very serious moments. If I get struck, I could get cut across the face, and I care about being handsome. I'm trying to look for women at the same time they're shunning me. I'm getting mad, right? Pharaoh, reproductive cycle. Martial, marital. Obi is also the sash worn by the Japanese, and they would put a baby on the back. Okay, so it's carrying your line. This has to do with reproducing the Alpha King royal line and the righteous indignation from everyone being demonic. There's no excuse. So then I rise up and I say, look, I am who I am. I challenge you all. And at one point I raised it to $100,000 because they're worldly people that I'm challenging. They're nowhere near prepared. Okay, I've refined. I have this, my dad's a brain surgeon. My great-grandfather was a martial art warrior king, and it's very obvious. He also had the same look in his eye, this very intense look in the picture I saw. I saw one picture. Okay. Strong guy. He would focus. The guys would come running. He had a cutlass. Whoosh! He'd time it masterfully. A big guy timing it masterfully. Boom! Strike them down. They're dead. Okay. The next guy, but oh my goodness, this guy's timing is perfect and he's strong. Okay. So the skywalking is superior, right? Me facing him would be an interesting match. Okay. We'd block and whoosh. Okay. And I have to time it effectively. The more precise someone is who's strong and intense and the tense focus in his eyes, the harder it is to outmaneuver him with skywalking and strike him surgically and down. Okay, so let me put the picture at the end and the bag. Don't confuse. Oh, also I have the picture with this guy, H.P. Lovecraft. It's even called Lovecraft. He's like an occultist who's dabbling, using psychology to dabble into nature, try to unlock his brain. It's nowhere near as effective as martial arts. Imagine striking, at world record speed, surgical precision, okay, versus this guy like, we do psychology, oh my gosh, look at that, right? It's not the same thing. He's like a spaz. They're spazzing out instead of that focused moral intensity and that moral precision, okay? This is key. This is important, Even the idea key, right, is the earth energy, right? It's key in life. And so is the ka, the spirit. Sparit, spirit. Spirit. Okay? Parrot. Pair this guy with a suitable helper. Genesis, it's not good for him to be alone. Give him a suitable helper. Okay? Martial. Marital. Martial as into order and arrange. Martial law. Okay? There's rapes and war. Mars raped Rhea. Okay, and I'm not saying, and obviously my view isn't a rape. Rape is for the grapple guys that slam people to the ground and hold them down. Rear naked chokehold, right? You think there's no sexual and rape implications? Grapple. Grape L, wine, get them drunk, rape them. Rape L. G is another name for Ki, the earth deity, right? Gaia, Satan is the god of this world. Okay, so I'm in the spirit of righteous indignation. Look for that specifically and think about how people can mistake that for a demon spirit. And remember, the lion lashing out, does he look evil? Sometimes he does. Does that mean he's evil? Not necessarily. Depends on his cause. Cause and effect. Cause, right? K-A, right? The spirit, okay? Cause, play on words, phonetics, Phoenicians, right? Balat, okay? The female, the lady of Biblos, the Bible, right? Cause and effect. Could it be that these people are using their Roman armor and their twisted, their grappling arts like the Spartans, Greco-Roman wrestling, to cover up the true spirit of the striking arts, God speed, light speed? Okay, think about it. All right, so here we have, you can tell this is an old thing. Look at the fixtures on the top, okay? There's this old punching bag here. There's the old black one there. You can tell I've been doing this for a long time out here. Look at the ground, right? Skywalking. This forces different kind of small footwork patterns, okay? You can tell a lot of martial artists don't think like this, and just by the way I train, you can tell right away they're at a great disadvantage. Now you look at this, right? Eventually I put a bottle on the end of this thing, but at first it was just the stick, right? It was just the stick, then it became the tape, then it became the tape in the bottle. This used to be a punching bag, okay? This thing moves. I don't want to touch it because it's very dusty and it'll probably give me allergies and so on and so forth. You can imagine it moves at a quick speed, you know? Imagine hitting this, boom, 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 it's coming back at you, and these things are swinging at you, right? These things swing around, and they also, when I hit straight punch, you know, jabs, they come back like this toward the eye level. The stick used to be longer, okay? This is the effect that I was describing earlier. Also, I had all kinds of, you know, I had several bags up at once, so I would strike across, okay, and I would strike straight forward, okay, and I'd strike across. So, hi-ya, 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 right? Killing this guy, stabbing this guy, beat him up, right? Turn around, stab this guy in the eye, okay? So I'd train in this way that is extremely fast and was designed for the skywalking footwork. You know, skywalking, skywalking, skywalker, skywalker, okay? And the opposition wants to wall the core, skywall core, okay? Alpha shun, okay? Consideration, right? Consideration, configuration, configuration, okay? Foundation, foundation, instruction, instruction. You get it? Okay, and of course I had different boxing gloves I'd use, and sometimes I'd go bare knuckle, and it would kind of cut open my my skin, you know. Notice this, viper, right? The opposition view, viper. There's viper martial arts. You know, there's a lot of martial art words that are wordplay and are direct references to the opposition, right? A brood of vipers that I'm striking down, bow, right, to the viper dome. Foolish if you don't see why this seals people in hell. First of all, did you notice what the eyes really mean? It means the ability to kind of see this fast motion, right? Somebody tries to stab somebody with a knife. Somebody tries to throw a hard hook punch, right? This guy can see and he can react. Okay? Think about it. He's been building up to that for many, many years. He's been a grand champion, mind you, since 1997. Okay, since 2009, he started training intensely, and eventually, you know, in the outdoors. Eventually, he releases his challenge, 2013 December. So over 4 years, going on 5 years, he trains intensely his own way to fit his body type outdoors. Okay, then he makes his challenge outdoors, which is more practical, more real, more natural, more true martial art challenge. Okay, well, I'm running out of time. Basically, there's also implications on love. Okay, love, transcending. Okay, this guy can see effectively in the spiritual realm. He's not some occultist or some sex cult, New Age ninny who's using psychology. He's like, we're in the woods, and kind of shallow. It's kind of like a scientist going through nature instead of a true martial artist ascertaining the true super nature of nature. Okay. So yeah, so the transcending the level. Okay, it's also sealed. Once they're screening out people like him systematically. Right, AIDS, Alpha ID, AID. You know, why do you think they're targeting people that are from the source of people, right? And then the one, the A, the first letter, can refer to the Alpha spirit. It can also refer to the first culture or first people here, the first place you were. I mean, think about what it really refers to, okay? And I'll leave it there, okay? You know, I'll make another video. I'm out of time on this one.